The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome back to The Local Show. We're glad you're here. Well, Tom would say what? Tom has slipped out on us a little bit. He wasn't feeling that good, so you're stuck with me, Steve Roberts here, and I'm here with Sonia Patrician. Say, hey, Sonia.
Hello.
Back on The Local Show here on WSYR. So I want to talk a little bit about our friends at Victory in Motion.
Oh, Mark. Yeah, Mark's great.
Dr. Mark Petropoli, and you hear us talking about it. If maybe somebody told you need a knee replacement, maybe you don't need a knee replacement, because they will do some things that are different than replacing the knee. And he's a board certified surgeon, but they have some other ways they do some things.
Yeah, it's always nice to explore your options and get a second opinion.
Yeah, get a second opinion, and maybe you don't need that knee replacement you've been regretting. But victoryinmotion.com, you can check out their website and ask them questions, Dr. Petropoli. So today, right now, we have Tom Hornstein. He's the owner of the Antique West and Horn Companies. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So people have seen, you can get a lot closer to that mic for me. We've seen people say, see the signs, Hornstein, Horn. That's you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how did you get into the antique business or the real estate business?
So we bought the old train station on 400 Burnett, and it has the statues on 690 as a icon.
Now, were you the ones that put those statues out there? Because that was how did that originate? Because that was always quite the thing.
Yeah, they've been there for 25 years,
mm-hmm.
and were done by Mr. Duke Eppolito, and we dress them up with costumes and different things. But most people in Syracuse know where the statues are, as opposed to where the Carrier Dome is or the Dinosaur Barbecue.
No, it is really. They do know that.
Yeah.
Now, your antique shop was in that property, but you changed some things around, right?
Yeah, that property has now been sold to a developer out of New York City, and we moved the antiques at Railway Commons over to the old City Electric building on West Genesee Street, and we call it Antiques West.
Okay, so kind of, I would say that's the end of the old Auto Row. Is that
yes?
Is that
sir.
a fair way for
Yes,
for listeners that have a context? And maybe if I'm at the Dinosaur, like a block west of there, maybe?
Yeah, just 2 or 3 blocks west.
Now, I was in the old place before, and wow, holy smokes, did you have a lot of stuff in there. When I think antiques, Sonia, I think, okay, someone's got an old oak table or stuff. You had some original artwork and all kinds of things. Have those things moved over to the new place?
Yeah, most of the vendors moved their own stuff, so I didn't have to move very much.
Oh, that's a good deal.
To come over, and now where we had 35 to 40 vendors at the old location, we now have 60 vendors
at
the new location.
So these are 60 different, I'm going to call them dealers or artisans or whatever the term is, that have space at the new location. Is that?
Usually from about 100 square feet to 200 square feet. And we have an eclectic sort of everything.
Yeah, tell us about some of the eclecticism, because like what?
Okay, so the oldest thing we have is a sign from my grandfather's funeral home, T.O. Hornstein and Son, from Meadville, Pennsylvania, that's 160 years old.
Wow. You don't want to sell that.
No. No, but it's a great piece for ambiance.
Sure.
And then we have everything from old bird cages to Hess trucks from the last 20 years to mirrors to whatever someone would need. Now, I would tell you that if you were looking for a gift, you could find a unique gift in my store better than you could find a unique gift at the mall.
Yeah, there's nothing unique at the mall.
No, no, there's not.
So, antiques aren't dead. because back in the day, everything was an antique and everything, and it seemed like I just don't see the antique stores on all the corners and things. People are still buying antiques.
Yeah, antiques. The definition of an antique is what somebody else wants it to be. There's no age group. There's no thing that tells you it's an antique or not. It's when you come in and see a beer sign that your father loved and you buy it for him for his birthday.
Right.
So that's an antique
No, that's a great
to
example.
those people. So it's more about the customer thinks it's an antique.
Right.
I don't say you can't come in here because it's not 10 years old or it's not 100 years old.
Right.
You come in and put things in your booth that you think that somebody's going to want to buy.
So when is the center open? So just a reminder, the end of Auto Row, right there was a fire station there, if I remember correctly, right kind of kitty corner under the bridge, near the dinosaur. When is it? When can people walk in and wander around and see everything?
All right, our hours are from 11 a.m. Wednesday to 5:30 through Saturday, and then on Sunday we're open till 4 o'clock, and then on Monday and Tuesday we have by appointment only. So if you come to the store and you dial my phone number, I'm usually inside, and can let you in that day.
Right. So if you were entertaining guests, Sonia, if you had some of your relatives or friends come from out of the area, that would be a fun thing to wander through.
Yeah, I'll have to let my friend know about that. We go antiquing a lot. We're both really into it and finding things like teacups, mirrors, anything you could possibly like. So we'll definitely have to take a stop by there.
So most people think they're going to stop by for an hour, and then they come back later for another 3 hours to go through the place. Remember, we probably have 50,000 items there.
That's a lot of treasures to go through.
Oh my gosh. And 100 different vendors.
Right now we have 60. We're going to end up having over 100 when I fill up the rest of the building.
Okay.
The building's about 2/3 full now.
Okay. When I was there before, I saw a lot of artwork. It wasn't antique, but this like original artists had some things that were at your old building. They were just like, holy smokes. It just seemed out of, don't take this wrong, Syracuse residents, it seemed out of the league of Syracuse. It seemed like it was just really up there and pretty amazing. Is some of that stuff made it over to the new place?
Yeah, Peter Swoboda had a artist shop in Shopping Town Mall of 4,000 feet. And he finally had to move because the mall has gone downhill. And I asked him, where is all of your stuff? And he said, it's in storage. I said, well, bring it over to the antique store and we'll make you the curator of the arts.
There you go.
So we have him, we have artist studios, we have people coming and going. We've sold anything from a $5 painting to $1,500 painting, when people see that it's from somebody else.
Right. What if somebody has collectibles and they're thinking, I'd like to sell them, I'm not quite to do with them? Do you have folks there that buy these things to resell, or is that not the process?
Well, the process used to be that you had to bring your stuff, or I had to go to your house to look at it. But now we do it all by photos.
Okay.
So if you have something that you want to know what's going on with, you send me your photo to my cell number.
What phone number is that?
315-569-4345.
Okay.
And then I usually show it around to all the vendors if I'm not interested in, to see if somebody else is interested in it. And then, call you back and let you know maybe what we could do or not do, or maybe some value where you could go and put it on Marketplace. And then I smile because I try to get that person to come be a vendor. Right. So if somebody has things that they consider are valuable that they be willing to sell that maybe are antiques, they can just text it at 569-4345. Is that what you said? Yes,
so the big area code, Sonia.
Yes.
So 569-4345. Take a few pictures and send them over to Tom, or just stop by. The location is beautiful. Antiques West, right there on end of Auto Row near the dinosaur. And we appreciate you coming in today.
Yep. Thank you very much.
All right.